and when someone says I'm uncomfortable, no matter what their past behaviors are or patterns or whatever you think you know, when someone says I'm uncomfortable, stop that shit. Cut that shit. Apologize, own up, and grow from that shit. Don't be excusing this behavior. That's fucking disgusting.
Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope that you will stick around and join us in today's topic. Now, we all know that Trisha Paytas has had beef with David Dobrik and the Vlog Squad in general for quite some time. This is something she has never hid for lots of reasons. For those of you who don't know, Trisha Paytas used to be engaged to Jason Nash, which is David Dobrik's best friend, and he's part of the Vlog Squad, and he's really old and creepy, but that's just my personal opinion. Even before Jason and Trisha broke up, you could definitely tell that Trisha had some issues with David. Allegedly, David makes them do things that they're not comfortable with, and the second that they voice their opinions on the situation or tell him that they're not comfortable with something, he kicks them out of the Vlog Squad, he cuts them off, doesn't say bye, doesn't say F you, nothing. He just moves on and doesn't speak to them anymore. They are no longer relevant to David Dobrik. Trisha has made it somewhat of her mission to bring light to this, to raise awareness on the situation, and to bring proof, evidence, receipts with video clips, text messages, all kinds of crazy things. And Trisha's been doing this for a while, but here recently, H3 host and the Frenemies host, Ethan Klein, has been giving Trisha this platform to where she can talk about it in more depth. And Ethan has been extremely supportive when it comes to allowing her to voice her opinions on the situation, raise awareness on these things that David has allegedly done, and let people see for themselves, gain their own opinion on what they think about the situation, and go from there. Since this has been topic of discussion for the last couple of episodes of Frenemies, a lot of viewers and subscribers have been talking about it in the comments, voicing their opinion. Even some of the employees that work for the H3 podcast have been bringing up their own thoughts and opinions on this situation. In particular, AB. Now, if you guys are not familiar with AB, he does work for the H3 podcast. He's on there quite a bit. He does a lot of the research when it comes to the stories and the things that they talk about. And a lot of times he will be there debating with Ethan Klein or talking just in general, bouncing ideas and thoughts. He says he felt like Trisha really put David and the whole Vlog Squad in a really terrible light, and that he doesn't believe that it is that serious.
But I just feel like we're going a little bit harsh. And from the outside looking in, I know it could look a little bit insane, but I feel like anyone who keeps up with David or is familiar with his content knows that everyone kind of talks to each other in a certain way. It's kind of...
Maybe you know Trisha's going to murder you, right?
No, 100%.
Before you continue, I just want to know what you're getting yourself into.
I'm not saying Trisha's lying. I'm not saying her feelings aren't valid. Her feelings are valid. Everything she's saying, I'm not taking away from that. I'm just saying there's another perspective. You know, we were going a little hard on Jason, calling him, you know, saying he's pathetic. And I just felt like there's more to it. Like he's self-aware that, for example, Jason, if we're talking about Jason, that he's a failed actor and that David basically saved his career. He has 2 kids that he has to take care of. It's not like it's not.
Yeah, but like I think her criticism is that he was like creeping on an 18-year-old when they were together.
Right, but if you watch the videos, it's like it fits the narrative of a lot of the...
You think it was a gag? You think it wasn't as real? I mean, she thought it was real. I guess I don't know. I mean, I hear you, but I guess as her girlfriend at this same time, you're like, I
want to like bring Trisha into this.
Go ahead, let's go there.
But like there were bits where like she was talking about how she was one of the younger guys. She always said
she did.
Yeah,
Trisha.
Jonah. And, you know, there's always jokes about how, like, you know, she's obsessed with David and how she would hook up with David. That was a common joke amongst them. Huh. But...
Uh-oh.
Like, it's like a sitcom sort of in a way that stuff is exaggerated. There's bits, and then people break character, and they leave those in the vlogs. It's like people have very exaggerated characters, and
so your point is that it's all kind of just fantasy played up for the camera. Yeah, just shtick.
Right.
Well, I'm sure Trisha will have plenty to say about that.
I'm not saying that it's okay what David did if he felt that way, but David probably assumed it was okay because they all rip on each other. And even Nick's mom was in the videos, like playing along.
After AB voiced his opinions on the whole situation, he did try to be as respectful as possible. He never said that Trisha was a liar. He just said, you know, this is from Trisha's point of view. This is from mine. There were some things he said in there that Trisha did not like, and this is what she had to say about it.
Going a little hard on Jason. Jason, you know, he has kids to feed and all that stuff like that. Let's remind everybody once again, the main issue that I struggled with during our thing is him defending his best friend, Brandon Calvillo, who is 20 years younger than him, his best friend, who was dating a minor that they thought was completely okay. And I was exiled from the group because him and David both made jokes with this girl who was a minor, asking sex about Brandon and saying it's completely okay. And not only do they stand by him, they continue to have him in vlogs and stuff like that. AB is such an idiot. Then he goes on to say, well, Trisha also made jokes about wanting to, like, being obsessed with David and stuff like that. One, yes, they were jokes. Two, no one ever said that they were uncomfortable with it. I repeatedly stressed on and off camera I was uncomfortable with the jokes. Three, I was 28 years old. David was 20 years old. Jason's 45 with an 18-year-old. And Tana was on camera saying, I am not comfortable with this. When Tana came over to the house with AB, you were not a part of. You were not there. You were not privy to this. But David spent hours trying to convince Tana to go into a room shirtless with me and Jason after I said no, after she said no, repeatedly hounding us. Then David calls us to ask if the joke's okay. I say absolutely not. He puts it anyways. AB has absolutely no idea, and he's referring to us as sitcom characters. It's not. And FYI, I haven't even gotten into this yet, but FYI, just because people go along with jokes or something like that, like it's a power thing. It's a power struggle thing. But you don't even know. These are people supporting grown-ass men dating minors. So you're disgusting, but let's keep it going. I'm going shot by shot with this. So now he's going on to say that it's lighthearted, the stuff that he puts in, that David gets to put in, even though I said I'm not comfortable with it, I don't consent to it, and he continued to put it in, not once but twice in that same week of February 2019. This guy is a complete moron. To be like, it's lighthearted, it's like a sitcom, it's really not that serious, it's really serious to us, or to me, I'm just gonna speak for myself. Behind the scenes, it was so freaking serious. It was eating me alive. It was like so bad where I was just like, I'm not consenting to any of this, and he was pushing for it and pushing for it and pushing for it. Like, how is that okay? But these are the people that are just driven. And look, here's the thing. A lot of people will be like, Trisha, oh my gosh, this happened so long ago, get over it. No, because it's like dumbasses like this that is perpetuating that it's okay, raising David up. David needs to take accountability and credibility. He saw me in a fucking mental hospital, AB, in a fucking hospital because I overdosed. You're a fucking jackass. You don't know shit. You think that's sitcom? Why wasn't that in the vlog? Where was that? That's the reality of that situation. Dumbass. Let me paint this picture because you're a complete idiot. You're just so fucking stupid. And if I ever see you on Frenemies, I'll just quit. I just won't do the show because this guy is so lacking intelligence. But not only that, he's so victim blaming, so like power of struggle. Like, well, they were all okay with it. They went along with it. Not when we're saying we're not comfortable with something, or me. I'll go back to this. When I'm not comfortable with saying, like Big Nick too. If you guys say I'm uncomfortable with something, I think that should be at least cut out. I think if I were to tell Ethan that, I know for a fact when I tell Ethan to cut something out, he will. Shane, anybody. Someone asks you to take down a video, you do it. There's videos deleted because after that whole scandal, but I'm friends with David for a year and a half, and I go into a mental hospital. I spiral during all of this, and you come to the hospital, you come to Cedars-Sinai. David's standing in the hallway with Jason Nash at Cedars-Sinai. You can't even follow up after I'm out of the mental hospital, and he knows this because Jason tells him everything. Jason knows I'm out of the mental hospital 3 days later. You can't even say, I hope you're okay. As a decent fucking human being. And when someone says I'm uncomfortable, no matter what their past behaviors are or patterns or whatever you think you know, when someone says I'm uncomfortable, stop that shit. Cut that shit. Apologize, own up, and grow from that shit. Don't be excusing this behavior. That's fucking disgusting.
She says that she's extremely disappointed in AB, that she will not be talking to him, and if he comes onto the Frenemies set with her there, that she will actually leave the Frenemies podcast altogether. She will no longer be working there. She does not want to be associated with AB in any way. And this is going to cause a lot of problems for a lot of different reasons, because this is Ethan Klein's employee. This is someone who works for him on the H3 podcast. And even though he's not a part of the Frenemies podcast, there's definitely a very fine line there to where it's going to make it even more difficult for Ethan to keep Trisha happy and her not run off the set. I think that this was Ethan's way of stirring the pot a little bit, getting Trisha a little riled up and causing a little bit of drama, shaking the foundation a little bit and stirring stuff up for entertainment. Ethan has done this a million times, really good at provoking Trisha, even though that is what this whole podcast is supposed to be, is frenemies. There's supposed to be a little bit of beef there, and there's supposed to be a little bit of an issue. And here lately, there hasn't been. Ethan and Trisha have been getting along fine. They're fixing to be family. For those of you who don't know or don't watch the show, Trisha Paytas is engaged to Ethan's wife's brother. So his brother-in-law, they're going to be family, and they're trying to get along and be respectful and all this stuff. It seems to have been going really well. So I truly do feel like this was Ethan's way of just stirring the pot a little bit, thinking, okay, it's just a little bit of unnecessary drama, nothing serious. This will get Trisha a little heated, and it's going to be great for views. The problem with all of this, though, is, as we know, Trisha is extremely erratic. She's got some issues mentally that makes it difficult for her to really deal with these types of situations. And when she feels strongly about something, someone tries to call her a liar or tries to say that she doesn't know what she's talking about, she gets real mad and she does some crazy stuff. We've all seen it happen. We've all seen her go off the rails. And I feel like this is one of those situations that's going to kind of boil up to Trisha freaking out once again. She did say that she was disappointed in Ethan and Hila for even allowing AB to use his voice and share his thoughts on this situation. What do you guys think about all of this? Do you think that Trisha is right and what the H3 podcast did was unnecessary and wrong? Or do you think that Trisha is overreacting as usual? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Also, if you want to stay in the loop with everything going on in the drama world, be sure to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell for post notifications. That way you are notified every single time I upload. I appreciate you guys too, the moon and stars. And until next time, bye.